Oh, applause. Yeah. Nice. Okay, hi everybody. Thanks for coming out to Buena Planta here in Silverlake, California. My name is Dan Levy, otherwise known as Juice Dan, and this is an episode of first in front of a live studio audience of Juice Talks. So we thank you guys for being here. We have a couple of special guests that are going to make their way to the stage in a minute, but I just wanted to give you guys a brief little... I guess I'll try to be funny. I don't know if that's going to work. So just a little bit about Juice. We're a skateboarding, surfing, music magazine that's getting ready to go into our 30th year of publishing. It's independently owned and operated and started by Terry Kraft, who's over there. Female owned and operated. She kicks ass, know that. We are very supportive. We're a very community-based magazine, so it's all about all of you, and we're just happy and lucky to be able to share the stories. Some of the covers behind us, one of the person in this Christian Hosoi's covers right here, he's here tonight, so we're very happy you're here. And his dad, Pops. And to all the people that have showed up tonight, it means the world to me. It's my birthday tomorrow, so it's kind of a birthday celebration, so I'm unapologetically going to shamelessly talk about myself for a second. So, no, just kidding. Yeah, so tonight, we're going to be doing this every third Friday here at Buena Planta, so we're really happy that everyone's here to attend. We're going to do bands, we're going to have DJs. Tonight's band is going to be the legendary Brian Brannon of JFA. For those of you who, do I need to spell it? We'll spell it out in a second. And then we have the legendary, new to be legendary, Sage Caswell will be DJing afterwards. So, from FA Entertainment, which stands for, oh, the kids are gone, fucking awesome, we're psyched. So, there was kids. So, thank you to Buena Planta. This is a new place here in Silverlake, owned by Heather. Thank you, Heather, for setting this up. Thank you, Pip, for all the hard work you do. Make sure you guys take care of your staff, you take care of your staff. We'll take care of them with tips and food. The food's amazing. This is the largest selection of mezcal tequila, I think, in all of Los Angeles for small batch, so that's pretty awesome. I remembered that. And I just want to fill you guys in. So we have a lot of things going on coming up on Record Store Day, which is, I think it's Black Friday. The band Auto recorded a live record in our living room a couple months ago, and so they're going to release it on vinyl. That's going to be at Fingerprints in Long Beach, so we'll be down there. People are texting me. And then also on November 30th, we're doing a very big celebration of Rick Griffin, who is one of the most legendary artists who did the Rolling Stone logo and many Grateful Dead things, Surf Legacy at the waterfront in Venice. That's going to be on November 30th. We're going to be showing a film, Pacific Vibrations, that has not been shown in 50 years. So we're going to be re-premiering that and doing a big tribute to Rick. And that will be with the California Locos, which is Dave Torjay, Gary Wong, John Van Hammersveld, who did the summer poster, and Dave Torjay and Chaz Bojorquez, who's East LA legend, and Robert Williams will be there as well. So if you guys are in Venice on November 30th, come through. You're all invited, especially now. And we just recently, we're going to talk about this, the Girl Swirl event that just recently happened in Venice. Some of the ladies from Girl Swirl are here today. We'll get Jeff Ho up here in a second to talk about that too. You guys can follow us on Instagram at Juice Magazine. My Instagram's at Juice Dan. I think I covered all the announcements, right? Are you guys bored out of your minds yet? This is amazing. So, anyway, without further ado, I'm going to just bring up my guests because I kind of ran out of ideas. Did I miss anything? Oh, there's stuff over there on the table. We have, we just did a specialty zine for Beyond the Streets that we have available over the table. We only made a limited amount. We chose 12 artists, 6 women, 6 men. Generationally, all the way from Vernon Cortland Johnson, who did all the palographics, all the way down to Lula Trujillo, who's 16 and is an amazing drummer, and her mom, Chloe Trujillo, as well. And Grayson Fletcher, and Andy Anderson, and Peggy Oakey, and Axis, I think, is coming here as well tonight. And who else is in there? Tibby Fletcher, Herbie Fletcher, can't miss them, and Indigo Smith. So it's over there if you guys want to get a copy of it. All right, I'm just like pimping stuff right now. This isn't even. So you know what? Let's just bring up Jeff Ho. I'm gonna introduce you while you're coming to the stage. So Jeff Ho, if any of you are aware, is basically the godfather of skateboarding attitude, style, and culture. What he manifested in Venice Beach back in the late 60s, early 70s was the Zephyr team. If you've ever heard or seen Dogtown Z-Boys or anything along those lines, this is the man responsible for all of it. So I'm very honored to have Jeff here. And come on up, Jeff Ho. We'll just chop it up for a second and put you on the spot. You can sit. We're going to bring up Brian too. All right, we'll bring everybody up. Jeff wants this to be a full functioning thing, Brian Brannon. So we're going to bring up Brian Brannon too. But before you get up here, we're going to introduce you. So this is Brian Brannon. Hi, Jeff Ho. Say hi to the people.
Hi, how's it going? Hey. Oh, is this live?
Oh, it's live.
Oh, this is live.
Oh, it's live. We're live on the internet. We're live on the real live. People are watching us. It's weird.
Well, happy birthday, Dan.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Hey.
It's a party.
Hey, we're partying. So, all right, well, do you want me to ask you questions first or bring Brian up? It's my show. I'm going to ask you questions. All right. So, Jeff, talk to me a little bit. So we just did the Girls Swirl contest. You were one of the judges at that Girls Swirl contest. And back in the day, I think you had mentioned that day that you used to kind of sponsor these young kids who were, out there just kind of getting at it surf skate style. And I think they've kind of attached themselves to that legacy a little bit, which is good, by the way. And what was your impressions of that contest?
Oh, it was really, really cool. It had some great vibes, and it kind of reminded me of the old days and stuff, when, we were just first doing contests and, the skate team was just starting out and stuff, and so it had a really great vibe. Loved it, there you go.
They killed it.
Yeah, they killed it.
They did. You guys really did a really good event, by the way.
Yeah.
You probably heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different from your competition where everybody's just like just going So this was really cool. Really had a cool vibe to it.
Sick. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
I believe you may have started on steel wheels. I'm not trying to age you here, but then it went to clay wheels, and then it was loose ball bearings, then precision ball bearings, and then the advent of the ollie, and then like the progression of skateboarding. What are your thoughts? If you can backtrack in time, like what is the progression of skateboarding when you see skateboarding today? Like, what are your impressions of it now versus like, did you ever think it would be where it is?
Well, there were things that we would try to do when I was a lot younger and stuff, and now skateboarding has evolved so much because of the equipment and stuff like that. Back in the day.
That's better. We were told that we can't hear you.
Okay,
just eat the microphone. Okay.
What I was going to say was that, it's really cool to see how far that the sport has advanced. We want to call it a sport. And, the one contest, the Girls World contest, it took it back to the beginning, like the 70s and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool.
I think so. That was a great day.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So you've now been working with us collaboratively together for over 2 decades. Do you realize that? No. You've been doing interviews in Juice Magazine for 2 decades. Dude, it's awesome. So this is what I'm trying to get at. So as we consider ourselves a little bit of cultural custodians, so Terry and I, so what we like to present is people like Jeff Ho who are pioneering and have basically lay the foundation of skateboarding, interviewing people. So what's your favorite part about interviewing people for the magazine?
What's my favorite part? Just learning their stories, learning, the people's stories and stuff like that, and trying to share what their real thoughts are with everybody else. I think that's the coolest part.
You're very good at it. Just so you know that. I mean, of course you are, but you are. Well, we appreciate you. So, thanks, Jeff. That's awesome.
Well,
let's talk more. What was your favorite interview so far in the last 20 years?
Don't ask me those kind of questions. I don't know.
I have the list.
They're all, what?
I have the list.
Shut up.
Should we start with Laird Hamilton, or do we go with?
Laird. God, Laird's so cool. He's awesome, man. It's like he's like another guy is a pioneer. I mean, you know, I've always tried to talk to people or want to talk to people that have really been influential in either surfing, skating, music. You know, it's just a lot, to me. It's a lot of fun. So that's what I get out of it. I get the fun.
That's the point, dude. That's great. We enjoy it more than we can share in words. So segueing from that, another legendary musician, we're just going to bring you right on up here, Mr. Brian Brannon. So if you guys aren't familiar with Brian Brannon, he's in a legendary punk band called JFA, which we will let him explain. Yeah. You can sit in the middle. Yeah. How it's going to go.
Yeah.
And I'll just lean in. Okay, so this is Brian Brannon, everybody, from JFA. Who's going to be playing after this little talk story that we're doing.
You know why they call it playing? Because you're supposed to have fun when you're doing it.
That's right.
That's right.
Let's sit closer. So
You know, does anybody know this is a quiz for the audience? Can I do a quiz for the audience?
quiz it up.
All right, I just want you to raise your hand if you think you know the answer. Who is the best skateboarder in the world?
Oh,
Wrong.
We have a volunteer.
No. Anybody else?
Comedy stylings of Brian Brannon. Who?
Yes.
Andy Anderson.
Oh, we got an Andy Anderson.
The guy that's having the most fun.
Yes.
The guy that's having the most
No,
fun.
the guy or girl, whoever is having the most
Or
fun.
potentially the guy you're sitting next to. I don't know. That's debatable. I mean, Christian Hosoi is in front of us. I don't know.
True. He has fun.
Kind of kills it too.
And he makes it look good.
Talking about a legend.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're
We're
right.
gonna bring you up here in a minute. So I
Yeah.
don't think you're getting off the
I
hook.
might have to go
You're
with
getting
that
up here.
answer.
So for everybody that's paying attention right now, what's JFA stand for?
Johnny Foster's Army.
There you go.
Because I won't say it then. If you don't want to say it, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
Okay, so it's Jodie Foster's Army.
That's what you said.
That's what I said. Oh, you said that. So I don't know if she's down with it or not, but we brought Jodie Foster here tonight to. I'm just kidding.
Come on.
Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been so epic. But, no, it's cool. But tell me about your drive to play music and what got you into starting to play music. What was the point for you?
Well, in the 80s, there wasn't too much good music going on. You guys you younger people probably think what we hated is good today. In fact, I think I heard some of it on the radio here earlier. But I mean, it was all arena rock, and it was just this overproduced, crappy pop. You know, it's like your Journey, your REO Speedwagon, and stuff like that. And it was too plastic. You know, you couldn't really get a stoke going on it. And you know, there was some of your Led Zeppelin and stuff like that. But then all the hippies like that. You know, so you couldn't really be too into that. Because here's the thing, is I did an interview with our original record label not too long ago. And I'm trying to think, like, nowadays I'm cool with everybody, right? Like, hey, you're cool. Where's Craig? Yeah, you're kind of.
Oh, you're cool. You're cool,
ugly,
Craig, apparently.
But you're still cool.
For now.
You're weird, but you're cool. Like, I'm cool with everybody. Back then, we were, again, if you weren't us, you were them. And I'm all, why were we so, what's the word I'm looking for? Intolerant of other people. That's not okay today. You want to know why? Because they were all against us. They were all gonna friggin', like, if you were a punker or you were a skate, if you were either a punk or a skate, that was an ass-kicking offense.
Yeah, people didn't like
Didn't
us.
matter. Didn't matter. If you were a cowboy, we call them shit kickers, meddlers, jocks. They all hated us. Like, they would beat the shit out of us. And it wasn't cool. It just, no one skated back then. So there was no good music, and everyone hated us. So we decided to play whatever we wanted to.
That's intense, man. I mean, I'm a person of the '90s, so I had 4 people in my high school that skated, and everyone hated our guts. But what we knew about skateboarding,
They love you now,
well, I don't know about all that, but I appreciate that. But Jeff knew back in the day, and what you knew, and what we all know as skateboarders. I'm gonna go off a little right now, but it's all good.
Uh-oh.
So skateboarding is more than just an activity. It's a life movement. It's an art form. It's a self-esteem builder. You've learned to fall. You get up. You persevere, and it's a lifestyle that turns pain into art. And
Also, Also gives you situational awareness, or it should.
For sure.
Especially at a skate park and all these people are coming everywhere. It's like,
Yeah.
it helps you to drive.
Yeah.
Really.
So we always fail upward. So I think what they were missing at that time by judging us was they might have been jealous, or they just didn't understand us. We're always misunderstood, but that reflected in your music, and that reflected in what Jeff did. I mean, talk about, like, were people against you guys in the 70s like that too? Was that going down, or?
Well, like in the 70s or the 60s, you know, or the 50s even, you know, all I'm saying is that, you know, you guys are right, and, you know, skating is, you know, surfing, you know, it's all a lifestyle, you know, and I can't believe that I've been doing it as long as I have, and, you know, I'm not going to quit, and, you know, I wanted to share it with people, you know, what I felt, you know, feelings that I got, and things like that, and, you know, it's really gratifying to watch all the things that just happened, to have lived all this, you know, this time and watched people embrace surfing and skating, both, you know.
Sick.
Yeah,
And what
it
about-
doesn't matter what your level is.
But what about your soundtrack back then? I mean, because were you guys listening to what, Hendrix and like that kind of stuff? Like, what were you into when you were shaping surfboards? What did you listen to?
Stones.
Stones.
Yeah, Stones. You
Sick,
know,
dude.
like Cream. You know, there was a lot of groups. You know, all the groups. Andy, what's his name? God darn it! You know, the Animals.
Sick.
Eric Burden. You know, you know, so there was the Velvet Underground, Lou Reed.
So
You
rad.
know,
So you're in the shaping room just getting to town and you have a soundtrack going.
you know, yeah, I listened to all that stuff.
I think I remember you told me a story once about you were listening to Jane's Addiction. You were shaping one of these boards.
Who?
Jane's Addiction.
Oh, James Addiction.
And you told me that it was one of the best boards you ever shaped. And I was like, I want to know what song that was. You know what I mean? That was insane. But like for you, skating, because we skate, so like Jeff skates too, of course. But I'm saying, like, what kind of soundtrack were you listening to when you first started skating? Like, what got you like?
It was all the punk rock.
Yeah.
I do remember because I was growing up in Phoenix, Arizona, High Roller Skate Park,
Nice.
and it was 115 degrees in the shade.
Yeah.
And I remember one time there was a Led Zeppelin song came on, Kashmir, and there was this big old reservoir that we were skating, and we would just go back and forth, da da dun, da da dun,
Yes.
da da dun.
So sick.
But faster music was really kind of what we needed to get ourselves going back then. But it's funny though, I was skating the other day with Yoda,
Oh, he's insane.
and he's playing reggae, like slow music, and I'm all, I can't skate to that.
But he skates so
And
fast.
he's all, no, but Christian, probably you knows this. It's like you kind of need to be like in the mellow zone when you're going up there, right? You can't be all like, right? So it's kind of a mix.
Yeah, Christian, you want to come up and say something about that?
Is that?
Are you feeling it?
What do you listen? You listen to Sade, I remember that.
Oh, you and Jesse Martinez. It's the only one
I
Jesse
remember
Martinez
that. Like,
listens to.
I stayed in his hotel room once at a contest in Phoenix. He just had the tape on repeat. It was the same side of the album all night long.
And then 90-foot backside methods.
Yeah.
Yelling in the air. You want to come up and say something, Christian? Because I think, you're here and this is legendary as shit. I would be so honored. Christian Hosoi, bro. Don't get up. I'm going to get up. Don't get up. No, it's all good. I'm getting up. It's my birthday. Come sit down, Christian. Christian Hosoi, everybody. In case you didn't know, Christian Hosoi and Tony Hawk were the two most battling, amazing skaters of the '80s ever. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about you listening to Sade and skating ramps.
No, he wasn't skating. It wasn't really skating.
You skated after, right?
Well, I have this yellow ghetto blaster. It was a Sony, and it was rainproof. It was a kind of like an outdoors one, and I took it everywhere. And I had a tape bag. Anybody, you young people don't even know what cassette tapes are, right? You guys are like, barely know what CDs are. But cassette tapes was it, and we used to have a bag of cassette tapes of whatever you needed. If we're skating, if we're driving, if we're on the plane, if we're out at night, there was a tape for everything. And so Sade was definitely one of my on repeats.
I mean,
I could skate to Sade, which all my homies would probably be bummed out.
you know why though? Because this guy's a smooth operator. That's why. You see his style. That's what that's called.
But yeah, I mean the Go-Go's, Madonna, you know, Prince. I had a pretty crazy selection, and I mean Bob Marley was huge for me. I was wearing Bob Marley shirts when I was 10 years old, skating in contest. My dad actually, he's here tonight. Yeah, Pops is here. That's my Pops right there. And he would draw like, you know, Bob Marley shirts. We would print them up, and then I'd wear them in the contest and listen to it. I've seen Bob Marley 3 times already in my lifetime. 7 years old, I think it was like 11, and maybe twice, and right before he passed away. But just having that kind of musical foundation, blues was huge. I even listened to classical, Mozart, all these things because I thought, you know, I needed that kind of well-rounded, like, rhythm in my life. And I always thought that skateboarding was like a rhythm. I thought that when you rode, surfing, when you surf to music. Even though you're not out there listening to music, it's almost like you're surfing to music. And so skateboarding, you know, was like my outlet for surfing because I didn't like to get up early. I didn't like to go, you know, go surf in freezing water. I was like, you guys are crazy. But I would go with Jay Adams and Shogo Kubo down to the beach, the jetties, watch them. I'd be sitting on the rocks with my whole like jacket and everything on, and they'd be like, man, you little, you know, you should be out here surfing. I'm like, no, I'm not surfing out there with you guys, but I'll come watch. And they gave me the pass because I could skate. And so I always express myself to those guys, my heroes, Jay Adams, Shogo Kubo, those guys, that if I can surf on land, maybe I'll get a pass. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll be cool on me, you know what I mean? The Jeff Hoes, the Craig Stan, all these guys that were way before me, like right before me, and I came in and I just had these guys as my example and as my big brothers, and to have them there as my role models of what respect is about, what being a mentor is about, what being original is about. Being authentic to who you are, not trying to follow what somebody else is doing. That's why it was all colors, all races, didn't matter because we were so, you know, we're punk rock immediately. You came in and it was like, we're gonna do the opposite of what you think we're gonna do, just because, you know.
And that's the thing is,
taking over.
Back then, I was talking about how, you know, there were different people that hated us, but for music-wise in punk rock, there was no formula for punk rock. There was no like, it's got to be fat, or you have to wear a leather jacket. It was whatever, and that was what was beautiful about it. I mean, now it's kind of become codified, and there's heavy metal punk, and there's hardcore, and there's this, and there's that, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, you're not exactly like this, so you're not that. It's like, well, no, that's not punk.
It's called a poser. But it's cool to see some kids that are actually doing their thing. Because I pay attention to like the new kids, the new style. Because it was hard to like be yourself in the bull ring with all these guys who were like fit in with us. Or else, you know what, you're not fitting in. And so we are always pressured. But to try to be original with these guys that were so iconic already, doing something for the first pioneers. These guys, like, they lit the fire, and we had to like jump in and try to stoke that, try to add to it. And I think that, you know, today you see some kids with their own style, and it's refreshing. You know what I mean? Because you see a lot of kids just copying, doing like weird stuff, and it's, you know, they're going for it, and you got to give them, you know, credit for going for it. Like some of the kids back in the day when they would try, but you know, when it's just who they are. I think that that's the thing about, you know, that whole era that we come from. I think we were just being real. I don't think we were trying so hard to fit in. We were just trying to make a way, a new way, something fresh, something that was, you know, influential. You know, something that inspires people to want to be what we are. You know what I mean? And it's not like we're selling it. You know, we weren't trying to sell it. It was almost like we were like, it's funny, they're like not wanting anybody to do it. You know, they're like, keep it to ourselves. It's the coolest thing in the world. Keep it to ourselves. And everybody's like, no, we all want to do it. No, don't want that to happen. Don't let it go into the Olympics. It's going to ruin skateboarding, right? And I'm like, it can't ruin skateboarding. Either you're hardcore, you're 100%, you're loyal to who you are as a skater or a surfer or punk, or you're not. And that's only going to reveal the authenticity of why you do it. I think those types of places and platforms that have a place for those types of skaters, which I'm all for it because I'm a competitor. I'm all about competition in skateboarding, so I'm for that. But when it comes to lifestyle, like Jeff Ho's talking about, lifestyle, there's no greater lifestyle than the skateboard, music, fashion, like lifestyle, art lifestyle. And that is what skateboarding and surfing has kind of like encapsulated, that I think is unique and special. I mean, obviously, I'm sitting here with JFA. I went to his punk gigs in 1982, I believe, Arizona. You know, just looking at the mags with Jeff and the Zephyr team and just wishing that I could be around those guys. And then my dad running Marina Del Rey skate park, and then having all those guys is like right there in front of me, kind of raising me. I mean, I can't tell you how I get goosebumps thinking about it to this day every time I talk about it, because it's something that I cherish and I'm thankful, and I'm still alive to even talk about it, because you know, us skaters go through some pretty crazy stuff because we're trying to like push the bar on everything, you know what I mean? But and we lose a lot of people. We've lost some people, you know, and it's sad, but we got to always, you know, celebrate those that are alive, not when they die, you know. And I think that that's something, and it's great to be up here, you know, telling Jeff Ho how amazing what he's done for skateboarding through Zephyr, the Zephyr team, and everything that he's done.
Well, I'm glad we're all alive here, and I'm glad we're all up on here having a celebration for Dan.
Yeah.
Happy birthday for Dan. And that's all we're here for. We're here to have a good time. And this is what you said is so true, that this is just a lifestyle. And whether you, however you want to say, you know, what stage you're in surfing or skating or whatever. I think it's all about the fun. I think it's inclusive. It includes everybody that wants to surf, everybody that wants to skate, and that, you know, I love it. That's all I gotta say.
I agree with you 1,000%. I'm gonna steal this back for a second.
We're all up here because we love it.
Yeah, okay, first of all, best pull out of the audience guest ever, Christian Hosoi. Let's just give it up for that. Thank you for being here. Are you leaving? Are you gonna leave us?
No, I thought that was my last.
No, I wasn't trying to kick you out, man. It's not the Gong Show, dude. Take it easy. It's Juice Dan. No, but you've done interviews for the magazine too, and I just want to talk about the value and importance of talk story and what we're doing right now, and that is the passing of traditions in surf and skate culture is very much the passing through talk story. In Africa, they're called griots, people who share the traditions of the village and share them with the youth and bring people up. And I just want to thank you all for being ambassadors of our skateboarding, art, music, surf culture, and being able to spread positivity to the youth and inspire them, but still having, you know, the attitude that Jeff's team all had. I mean, you talk about Jay Adams and Shogo Kubo and Tony Alva and the guys that Jeff discovered, and then next generation's you, and you guys took street skating and, well, I mean, we're gonna segue. So Christian Hosoi, I don't know if y'all remember, he used to have a vert ramp in his backyard at W.C. Field's house. I just found out it was right up the street. But you took vert skating to another level in a time where vert skating was kind of like a thing that was like an anomaly, you know what I mean? So, but to be able to, that is a segue, but to be able to pass along the talk story and stuff and what we do with the magazine and what you guys are doing right now, just it's a lot of value to me personally. I think is everyone stoked? I mean, like, holy shit. Like Christian Hosoi, Brian Brannon, and JFA, and Jeff Ho, the foundation of it all, but it's all about passion, right? So it's all about if you're passionate about something, it's their innocence and purity in it will resonate. And what you guys have built and what you continue to build, I believe, comes from that passion. Can you talk to me a little bit in order, Jeff, about passion and how it drives you, and then Brian, and then Christian?
Well, the passion's always there, you know. It's always trying to, you know, to improve on, you know, the equipment and, you know, the style of riding and things, you know, the maneuvers. It's always trying to take it another notch, you know. So that's what I get out of it. That's the passion, and I believe that, you know, as we learn how to skate or surf or whatever, that it drives us. It drives us. And I've watched you guys. It drives us. So that's the passion. It's like you can't stop.
You didn't start skateboarding and quit. Bill Danforth reference. What about you, Mr. Brian? Talk to me about how passion drives you into your music and skateboarding.
Well, I think passion, if you have passion, you're going to make it. Like when I used to skate pools and stuff, I would just throw it up there and see what happened. Like didn't have any plans or what I'm going to do a trick or whatever. I'm just going to go as fast as I can and try and pull it. And that's kind of like passion for me, right? So if you have passion for something, you're going to throw it up there, you're going to try it, you may hang up and, you know, eat shit on the ground, but you're going to get back up and you're going to do it again and you're going to do it again. You're going to keep doing it, and it may not come out the way that you thought it was going to come out, but you're going to get it done. It's going to come out the way it was supposed to come out. That's what passion is.
Well said.
Yeah. Passion, you know, for me is like the fuel that keeps the fire lit, because we're going to run into like all these obstacles, all these oppositions, whether it be business, people, partnerships. I mean, you name it, you're going to face it. And when you've been in it, I've been skating professionally 40 years this year, so stoked to be, you know, still skateboarding, you know. But through all that, passion, I believe, gave me the ability to not quit. It doesn't matter if it's skateboarding. I think if it's art, if it's whatever it is, music, if you are passionate, I think that's the love that you're gonna have for it. Because without loving something, you can't be passionate about it. And that's why passion is, you know, in the heat of passion, right? But passion is like something that keeps going. It doesn't stop. It's not for on the weekend. It's not for when you're at the ramp. It's not for when you're in the art studio. I think passion needs to just burn in your heart so that you don't quit. And I always, you know, well, I grew up around mentors that were like, you know, you're either 100% or you're out. You know, nowadays, all these kids grow up with not that kind of like encouragement. And back in the day, it was rough. It's like School of Hard Knocks at the skate park, no parents around. But it lit a fire in your heart that said, I'm not gonna quit for nothing. And I believe that that's the passion that has kept me skateboarding throughout my whole career. And to this day, I feel like that fire's still burning. You know, we know our limitations. We know what the industry or the culture's kind of like. But I'm still over here passionate about trying to make something new, design something fresh, and show up and do, if not a new trick, it's one of my old tricks that I haven't done in a while. And for me, that's passionate. That's having passion for something that, you know, the fire's never gone out. Even though I went to prison for 5 years and I didn't touch a skateboard for that amount of time, I dreamt skateboarding. I looked at the picnic tables. I saw banks in there. I even had dreams of skateboarding and even street skating dreams. I was like doing back tails in my dream, and I woke up and I was like, it was a dream. But that passion doesn't burn out if you have passion. If you say you're passionate about something, you better show it, because you can talk it, but if you can't walk it, it's all just words. And so back up what you're saying. If you're passionate about what you're doing, back it up with action, and it'll always reveal who you are, what your heart's made out of. And if it's passion, it's gonna come out.
That's why all you guys are here tonight.
back
You're here to share our passion.
We back that completely. And Christian, who still has the Hosoi skateboards to this day, actually sponsors a lot of young girl rippers too. There's one girl here, Val, who's one of my favorite female skateboarders on the planet right here. She rips, by the way. Thanks for being here, Val. You're getting a shout out whether you like it or not. So, wow, this is insane, you guys. Is everybody having a good time right now? Because I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. Like, Hosoi, man. So you took a little detour for 5 years. It happens to the best of us, you know what I mean? But Jeff, what are your impressions? I mean, after seeing, Jay and Tony and all those cats like that you kind of formed, like, what was your impressions when you first saw Christian Hosoi skate in real life?
I'm impressed. I was impressed. I was just waiting for Christian to start up again, and like.
Wait, where did you see him skate first? Was it Marina?
Back in the day, down in Venice.
Sick.
And what I have to say about it is I'm really impressed with Christian because he's like moved on, and he's his style. Look at his style. I mean, damn. All I gotta say is Christian's got some great style, and damn, I saw some photos the other day, at the park, and we were down there. Where was it? Vans Park and stuff. And I was just going, like, damn, Christian's on fire. Christian's on fire.
Oh yeah.
Christian's on fire. I've seen you skate, man. I've seen you skate.
There's very few people on the planet Earth that can do a method like Christian Hosoi. As a matter of fact, people say, like, when people, Jordan, they're like method air, they're like, Hosoi. I mean, you got that, dude. That's pretty dope. I'm just saying that. Maybe they don't say that. I'm saying it. Whatever. Brandon, you've invented a trick, the Badoba slide, right?
Oh yeah, the Bobaba.
Boba, I can't ever say it. Hate me for it. I don't care.
Yeah, there's the Bobaba special.
Yeah.
Which, so, you have to tell me, I think Salva calls it the, I don't know, the 1-2 or something. It's a pipe, it's kind of like a cess slide, right? Okay? Just a set, well, no.
2 hands, yeah.
It's one, so here's the thing.
2 hands or 1
Is
hand?
I wanted to figure out a backside vert.
Okay.
Okay, and to me, and I know there's a controversial statement, okay?
Yes.
But if you do think it front side, right? Front side layback is your backhand. Front side vert is your front hand, right? It's simple. So therefore, you're doing a backside, you're putting your backhand down backside, to me that's a backside layback. But then what is a backside vert, right? That's where the Bobaba comes in, okay? So if you go up and you do kind of a cess slide and just put your hand down, so I started just putting my hand down and doing it a little below coping, a little below, and then I wanted to hit coping.
It's a rock walk, right?
Yeah,
Like a rock walk.
kind of like a rock walk, but then I would hit coping and kind of hang up there, and then come down faking. Then I'm all, well, I want to take it to the next level, and I took it all the way to disaster, and then brought it in. That's the Bobaba special. Now I have the half Bobaba, which is actually harder, where you put your hand down and you do kind of a cess slide, and then just come down. You don't come down.
It sounds like a bubble tea.
Hey,
That's a good trick.
I want credit. Eric Costin did them.
How did you name the trick? How'd the name come about? This is a good one.
That was my nickname in the early JFA days. Bobaba Joe. That was the nom de plume. Yeah.
We just got the nickname from back in the day. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Bobaba.
Bobaba special.
That's right. Now you can also call me Molokai Bry.
Are we going to nicknames now? Jeff Ho, did you ever have any nicknames?
No.
No?
No nickname.
You're just Jeff Ho, man. That's always had a few, I think. Holmes. Ripping style Holmes. Everyone knows that one, man. Holy shit. Thrashing. You've been in some legendary movies too, dude, for real. Thrashing. Eddie Radige's here. Daggers.
Yeah.
Representing. Shoving you in the shot. This is the shout out section of the show. So I want to say thank you to all the people that are here. I'm just going to do this. Cindy Schwartzine, my friend. Art at the Rendon. If you guys are in downtown and want to know what's up with Art, that's the woman right there. We love Cindy. We got to give Val a shout out. Dorothy. What's up? DJ Dorothy in the beginning. Oh, also, by the way, Sage Caswell. Where are you, Sage? Hi, Sage. Sage is going to be DJing later. His mom is Laura Thornhill, who's also an amazing skateboarder from back in the day. I didn't mean to call your mom out, but I'm saying it. Hey, Vanessa's here. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Chris. This is the shout-out section. Fish. What's up, NorCal Fish on Instagram? What should we say people's Instagram names? The lovely Laurel Stearns is here. Thank you. Is that Joaquin Machine? Nice. Tana Douglas is here. Tana, if you're not aware, she has a new book out called Loud. She was the first official female roadie back in the day for AC/DC and name it, Elton John. I mean, so many unbelievable people. Like, no, for real. Like, she's got a new book called Loud, so if you can find that on all the platforms and stuff. So I'm just pimping people. Do you have anything new coming out, Christian, you want to pimp right now? Pimp it. Let's go, pimp it.
I'm grateful to be hanging out with my father. He's been living out here with me for the past few months, and just being able to do art with him, play music, and just travel around, come out to events like these and see all you guys, and just to be able to enjoy time with him. You know, I just had a birthday. I just turned 55. He just turned 80, and we've been just reliving, you know, what we started back in '84 when we started Hosoi Skateboards, and I believe that, you know, we've revived something that I think is, it's almost like refreshing, you know, to have that kind of environment and atmosphere always brewing, because we were always trying to do something new, be artistic, talk about what's going on, try to tweak everything that's happening to be better. And then now, you know, with how, you know, how all the cultures are just all kind of like generating money and everything's going on, social media platforms, all this internet stuff. I think it's going to be interesting to see what me and Pops are going to be doing, all the projects that we have. We have a whole bunch of projects we want to do, big ones, bigger than we could even like afford, and I believe that that's where we could leave room for God to like come through and do a miracle and to make it happen. And so we're dreaming big. It's been cool to hang out. I mean, all I can say is it's been the best hanging out with you, Pops. I love you, and I'm stoked to be out here with you. And he's been hanging out with my kids. My kids are like 13, 16, 24, and 34, and just having them to be able to hang out with my Pops and him school them and, you know, give them a little bit of like Yoda, you know, knowledge really quick. Well, I already said that to them, but they're like not even listening. But when my dad says it, they're like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, I'm so glad you're here, Pops. But it's been special, and so we're really working on Hosoi Skateboards, but we're just having a good time. And just, you know what? Shout out to Dan for Juice magazine, keeping skateboarding, you know, the core of it. I think, you know, the magazine has shown a lot of the core values of skateboarding across the board too, and including legends like Jeff Ho, you know, Olsen, and all these guys that are doing interviews with people that really bring out like the heart and soul of the pillars of what we do, why we do it, and just sharing from their heart. And it's a platform that Juice has that I'm stoked to be a part of. I've been able to be a part of that, and you know, it's just been great. Terry, you know, and Dan have pressed through some. I've been there when they pressed through some times where, you know what, it's because of you guys that they didn't give up. It's because of us that told them don't give up. And so super proud of you guys for keeping this dream alive, and it's really special. So I don't know, are we doing a happy birthday later, Terry, or right now? Yeah, let's do happy birthday right now. Yeah. What do you gotta say before we do?
I was gonna say, pimping is easy apparently if you're Hosois.
All right, everybody, let's do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I love you all. Getting molested by Hosois. Hey, we're on TV. Happy birthday to you. Thank you guys so much. What an honor. I'd like to give it, thank you all so much. This means the world to me, by the way. Every one of you that's here, this means a lot, because I know we came all the way from the west side. No, I'm good. You want to leave? All right. I don't want to talk about it. No, it's cool. We're on that camera too. We're good. We're all good. But I appreciate y'all, and thank you for keeping Juice going. Like, Terry started Juice Magazine with $500 in a dream. We've never had investors. We've just kept it going out of our straight up hearts and souls and support from all of you and our advertisers. And, you know, we're still going. It's print 30 years later, but print still has value and matters. And we, you know, the printed word, once you put it down, it's you know, it's in the books forever. So we appreciate it. And enough about me. Brian Brannon, you have a new JFA record coming out, right? I'm just segueing right now because like I'm embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about your new record because it's pimping time. This is the pimping segment. Talk to us about the new JFA album coming out.
I don't know when it's coming out. It be maybe about 3-6 months. And we were gonna put a record out called This Before, and I hated the title. Still not sure I like it. It's called The Last Ride. Because, you know, I never say, when you're skating the pool, you don't say, I'm going to take one more ride, because that's going to be my last ride. Because that could be, yeah, that's bad mojo. So, but Don has a different view of it, so we're going to go with that. This is not your last birthday cake.
What is going on? Guys, I feel special.
This is it.
Oh, wow, Francesca! The lovely Francesca. I'll slide over. Whoa, who made a juice cake? That's crazy. Oh, do I take pictures of it? Or I can't blow out sparklers.
Looks like it's going to better hurry.
You're not supposed to blow out cakes anymore.
Take it before it falls. It's going to fall.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Hey.
I just blew flames at you, Francesca. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Whoever made that cake, thank you. What the hell is going on right now? Yeah, so I guess we're going to kind of wrap it up because Brian Brannon's band is getting ready to play the Snapback Gnarlers. Tell me about this.
I didn't ask David Hackett for permission to use the name. David, if you're watching now, I hope it's okay, bro. It's just such a cool name. Like, we're trying to come up with a name for a band.
But Hackett slash is kind of more, it's not like you're
Hackett
naming
slash, it doesn't have the ring to it.
Right, you're right.
The Snapback Gnarlers. I mean,
Yeah.
You could call them the Gnarlers or the SGs, but you know, we'll go with whatever. But
Snapback Gnarlers are playing tonight, though.
no one does it like David Hackett.
That's for sure.
He's welcome to come
damn sure.
sing with us or play anytime
Just ask
he
him.
wants to. Yeah.
Hey, Jeffo, any final thoughts here? What you got
Final
coming
thoughts
up?
are, let's get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Jeff Ho.
Happy birthday.
Holy shit. Brian Brannon from the legendary JFA and our accomplished surprise guest Christian Hosoi for joining us on this episode of Juice Talks. We're going to be doing this every third Friday next month. Tony Alva and Ray Barbee's band His Eyes Has Fangs will be playing, so we'll look forward to seeing you guys then. November 30th at the Waterfront for the Rick Griffin thing, and all I have to say is what an honor to be able to sit amongst these pillars of our culture, and I'm very happy that we're able to pull this off. Thank you, Terry Craft, for keeping Juice going for 30 years. We have a new mag coming out soon, and I just fucking love all of you. Thank you. Let's hear some music. Thank you, guys. Nice.
Chicken, have our skull. One last night and the night before.
is a Snapback Gnarlers. Thank you very much. It's funny, this next song covers a lot of ground that we were just talking about up here. It also covers like my early punk rockerness up to this very moment right here when I'm on the stage. This song called Ain't Gonna Quit. By the way, this is Bobby Abarca. That's it? What? Abarca, that's close. We stole him from Salva's band at short notice to come up here. We got this guy Craig on drums here. He's on the Instagram as Craig Skater. He likes to take photos. Alright.
Oh yeah. Take a room.
So yeah, this song covers the time I wore a shirt that said "Jocks Suck" in 6-inch letters with stencils on it to Saguaro High School. The football team was none too happy about it. The song, this is just part of what this song is about. Christmas song. So me and Santa went out one time, and this is actually a true story, this song here. I would like for you guys to put it on your Christmas playlist, please. You can look it up, it's on Instagram, it's called Riding with Santa. It's a true story about me and Santa and Rudolph. We're cruising around looking for empty pools in people's backyards. It's called Riding with Santa.
Sounds great.
Hi, Fish. Have
Hey, thank you. Alright, hey, this next song, another skateboarding song. Could also be a motorcycle song, it could be a rollerblade song. It don't matter. Well, I guess it matters if you rollerblade.
Fuck rollerblading.
Motorcycle's okay. Yeah, it's alright. Ride whatever you want to. Ride one of those little blow up dinosaurs, you know, and their waves. It's cool. All right. This one's called Ride On. Ride On. Trusty speed, riding in the singing down Sunny ride. Gotta tell you folks, makes me feel alright, alright on. Yeah, right on. Rocks and rubble and sticks and stones, broken promises and broken bones, alright on. All right, this is for all the surf skaters out there. A little surf song called Chasing the Kraken. Alright, we got another skateboarding song, believe it or not. This one we're borrowing off the new JFA record that hasn't come out yet. It's a true story. Alright, I want to see a show of hands. With your right hand, tell me if you ever skateboarded before. With your left hand, tell me if you ever ate shit going downhill. Yes, just what I thought, every single one of you. You should be able to relate to this song. It's called the Speed Wobble Blues. Anyone who's done any skateboarding and has a tale to tell about the time they shot the line down a hill with a spill and fell. No matter their name, it always ends the same with the ringing of the bell. With romance, we pizza as well. 45 on the jokes of the jangle, got the speed wobble blues. Down and forget to say, I got the speed wobble blues. Too fast to run it out, I got the speed wobble blues. From my head down to my shoe. Blocking wood lanes, a place of fame where the dwellers fly. Looking down the door, running at the wall, it's a tear to my eye. Curiosity drives the demons from me because they're all afraid to die, and I leave them on the roadside. 45 and my jokes off the jangle, got the speed wobble blues. Coming down and forget to say, I got the speed wobble blues. Too fast to run it out, I got the speed wobble blues. My head down to my shoes. It's a gun, piece of fire. You know it's fine in your hall and ass, but keep mountainside. Oh, yeah, until you find that ball, there is a law for the ride. Wake up from a sleep that's sweet and deep, and your scalp stuck to the sheet. Face the day, feel the price you pay for running wild in the streets. You know it's a sin, but you do it again for just one more ride. So play the edge of the night. 45 like a jumps up the chain, I got my speed wobble blues. Coming down and forget what he said, I got my speed wobble blues. Too fast to run it out, I got the speed wobble blues. My head down to my shoes. Thank you. I got another true story. This one's about surfing. It's about surfing the south. I know it's cold. Surfing the south side of the Huntington Beach Pier. Some of you people may have heard about Huntington Beach on the news. The asshole capital of the world. It's true. I live there. Surf City, USA. as well. Sometimes it's both on the same day. And that was the day when I was surfing the south side of Huntington Beach Pier, and I wrote this song. It's called Blood on My Board. It's a warning. Stay out of my way, because I don't want to get your blood on my board. It doesn't look good. I don't want, if I wanted blood, I would have had it painted on there. Okay, so just about all the people out there that need to hear this. It's called Blood on My Board.
I was so happy for my That's beautiful.
All right, hey, this is our last one. It's by a real old school punker by the name of Woody Guthrie.
Three more songs.
Yes. All right. The song was written in the 1920s. We're now in the 2020s, and somehow it seems to apply more than ever today. All you fascists, so you understand, no good will ever come from your orange-colored man. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Tell all you fascists, you may be surprised. People around the world are getting organized. You're bound to lose. To lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. You fascists are bound. take my Union gun. Ukraine fields where a million fascists run. We're bound to. Fascists are bound to. Telling you something all you should we know. Your racist hate and election lies have got to go. You're bound to. Bound to. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You fascists bound. You fascists bound to lose. You fascists are bound to. Fascists bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. You fascists are bound to lose. All right, thank you. We're Snapback Gnarlers. Get gnarly out there.
Oh yeah, I think it's over. Thank you.